Hi, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Chris.
And this is Perfectly Pizza. Today I'm going to be making the dough and the sauce all from scratch.
We're also going to be adding on top of our pizza bacon, sausage, ham, and...
drumroll please, pineapple!
So if you're not a fan, just skip the pineapple on this pizza. But if you are a fan, we're going to show you the perfect way to caramelize your pineapple to add some extra sweetness to everything else we've got going on with this pizza. Let's get started. We're going to cut up 2 teaspoons of rosemary and add 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Each time we make our dough, we add in a few extra flavors, but this is what we're going with on this particular pizza dough. This should add all of the extra flavors into that crunchy dough so that it tastes like a breadstick through each bite of your pizza.
Now it's time to prepare the dough. Grab your mixing bowl and 1 cup of warm water. Pour that into the bowl. Grab 1 tablespoon of sugar and 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Whisk that together until everything is combined. You want to go ahead and pour 3 cups of bread flour and your dry ingredients. Place your bowl in the mixer and put on the dough hook. Put it on low for at least 5 to 7 minutes until your dough becomes a nice ball. If your dough is not coming together nicely, don't worry. Simply stop the mixer, go ahead and combine the ingredients by hand until it creates a nice ball, put it back in the mixer, and continue kneading until it's firm. Transfer the dough into a lightly coated bowl with olive oil and cover it. You can cover it with saran wrap, and we just like to use a couple of placemats. Let it rise for at least 1 hour.
Okay, it's baking time for this pizza. We're gonna take 3 slices of bacon. We're gonna cut it up thin. Once we add it to the stove, keep in mind that you don't wanna overcook your bacon because it is gonna go into the oven later at 500 degrees. So you don't wanna burn it. If it's a little bit undercooked, that's okay. It'll get cooked the rest later. Also keep in mind to save the bacon grease. We are gonna use our bacon grease to cook the sausage and the ham later. Once that sausage is close to done, what we're gonna do is add some diced ham into the sausage. Keep mixing it up in the bacon grease. Once you feel like that ham starts to brown a little bit, we're gonna take all of that out and separate it into a bowl. Keep it aside once we're ready to make that pizza. If you do like pineapple on your pizza, what we are gonna do is add 3 tablespoons of butter. And once that's all melted, we're gonna add 3 more tablespoons of brown sugar. We're gonna mix it up. Once it's all together, go ahead and add your pineapple. We're gonna continue mixing it. This is gonna add that extra brown sugar and sweetness into your pineapple. This is gonna make all the difference in every single bite of your pineapple throughout your pizza.
It's time to create our delicious and sweet homemade red pizza sauce. 15 ounces of tomato sauce, 6 ounces of tomato paste, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and 1 teaspoon of oregano. Pour the tomato paste into the sauce and stir until everything is nicely combined. Then toss in the delicious seasonings. Keep mixing. If you want to steal a little taste, go right ahead. Now it's time to preheat our stone. Place the pizza stone in the oven and sprinkle on some cornstarch. The cornstarch helps your pizza from sticking to the pizza stone. Close the oven and go ahead and preheat it to the highest temperature possible. Our oven goes to 500, some ovens go to 550.
Once the dough has risen, which we allowed a little bit more than an hour, but an hour should be good. Take the dough out, it should roll right out. We're gonna put a little bit of flour on top, some flour on our hands, and be sure to add just a little bit of flour onto your countertop. Smooth it out with your hands if you can. We're not gonna do the whole flipping in the air thing just yet. We'll get to that in another video. But spread it out with your hands. We're gonna take a rolling pin and just keep spreading it out. The way that I'm gonna do it is directly up and just move counterclockwise just a bit at a time. This should allow it to spread out evenly so that it's as close to a full circle as possible. Once we have it so that it's just a little bit bigger than the pizza stone, we're gonna take the pan that we use when we make our deep dish pizza, which is a whole nother video. We're gonna place it on top and take one of these pizza cutting circular things and move it around. This should cut it in a perfect circle. As we make our crust, of course it might not be an exactly perfect circle, but it should be the cut that you're looking for. Once it's time to start making the crust, we're just gonna roll it with our fingers. Use 2 fingers, go all the way around so that we've got our pizza just like we want it. And just to make sure the crust doesn't rise too much, we're gonna take a fork and just press down all the way around that circle so we've got the pizza exactly where we want. The pizza stone is going to be hot at 500 degrees. We don't want to put the pizza stone directly on top of our countertop, so we do have a baking sheet ready. We're going to take some oven mitts, take the pizza stone out quickly and shut the oven again. Once you have it on top of the baking sheet, we're going to move it over to the area on the countertop where we have all of our sauce, our toppings, our dough, so that we can put our pizza together. Once you have the stone where you want it, we're going to take the dough and put it right on top of that pizza stone. Go ahead and even it out so there's not too many air bubbles. And once you have the dough where you want it and it's spread out and it's as circular as possible on top of that stone, we can start adding the sauce, the cheese, and all of the toppings onto that pizza.
Now it's time to build our pizza. Go ahead and spread around your red sauce. Next up, we're gonna add on the cheese. We went ahead and used mozzarella and parmesan. Feel free to use any cheese you like. Go ahead and sprinkle on the bacon and add on that delicious sausage and ham mixture. Lastly, we're gonna add on that pineapple.
It is almost pizza time. Once the pizza's in the oven, set it for 12 minutes. I always keep an eye on it. Anywhere between 10 minutes to 14 minutes should be perfect. Keep an eye on the pizza. Once it's exactly like you want it is when you're ready to take it out. If you've enjoyed this video,
be sure to like and subscribe
for more Perfectly Pizza.